This is one of the happiness that a farmer usually gets. Do you know that these birds have not even made 3 months? They are making 2 months and 1 week, and I'm happy. These are locals. Actually, they are not layers, but I'm going to tell you some of the reasons why I decided to keep these birds at this farm. Not the commercial layers, not the broilers, but still I will also give you a reason why you shouldn't even keep these ones, why you could go for commercial layers, because there is a lot of differences between these and the commercial layers, and which one is so profitable according to various factors that you are going to look at today. So if you're a fan of a poultry project, stay with me. I'm very sure by the end of this video, you're going to know which venture or which type of poultry you're going to look at. Every poultry farmer, of course, he knows it very well that when it comes to local chicken, they are so highly adaptable to the environment. And that is why in most cases, when you take chicks or birds and you transfer them from one area to another, you will find that these local birds are more adaptable to the environment than any other chicken that you could keep, especially the commercial layers. The second factor is cultural preference. When you go to various wedding ceremonies in Africa, when they are giving out different gifts to different people in form of chicken, they usually take these ones, not the commercial layers. And if it happens and they take the commercial layers, then they will say that this person here is not a Muganda. And Abaganda bachimanyi bulungi that zino enkoko zino enganda ze batwala ku mikolo. So we take these ones, they are much preferred in the culture way. Another factor, it is low maintenance cost. Maintaining chicken, we stocked 500. First, see how we are going to make sure that we look after them, because we are targeting here the local market. We wanted to first sensitize people that there is some chicken here, but after selling off this stock, we are going to go to commercial layers. The reason why we wanted to make sure that the people in the local area, they get to know that this is a chicken farm. But we are not so much focused to these, because first of all, we are feeding them as the commercial layers and commercial broilers. So they are not on free range, they are on a zero grazing, meaning we are feeding them the exact way the other birds are fed. Hence, it might be tricky when it comes to bringing money back. Few people will tell you about this. These birds, they don't bring up the money as the other commercial layers. Yeah, when you come to calculations, they are not making it that to the standard. But still, if you have market for those functions, if you have market, like for us, we are targeting Christmas, they will have a higher market than the broilers. And hence, you will find that you are going to make money. So if someone is targeting those functions and what, then this one can be a preferred project for you. But still, I would say if we come to maintenance costs, you shouldn't keep these birds on the commercial feeding throughout the entire lifespan that you have decided to keep these birds on your farm. I would advise you to buy some commercial feeds for them, but still introduce some supplementation like greens and what, so that you cut on the cost of what you're going to inject on these birds, because these birds, they are not so productive like the other commercial layers. We are making such videos to inform the public that there is the genuine way of keeping birds. I'm going to make a video showing you where are we even keeping these birds. Is it the only project that is on this piece of land? Guys, it is not. As we all know, when it comes to Africa's economy, Africa is holding many people who are in a low economic status, meaning the rich people, they are few. And what we say that those that are in the middle status, they are also not so much, and there are those people surviving on a day-to-day work, meaning that if they don't work, then there is nothing to eat. In such economies, someone has to be creative on how we can put something on the table. Another factor would be economic viability. If you have a small piece piece of land, a small plot of land. Then, according to the factors that made me to keep these ones here, is that my space was very small, and I decided to first bring them on because for me I have market for these local chicken. That means that if you have a small piece of land, very small, you can do this. There are 500 in number, but there are some people who can even not raise such. They can keep like 200, even 100. Meaning, even though you don't have that much money to raise a very big number of these birds, but still you can do something small, which is going to give you something at the end of the day or at the end of the month. So, for those people who are really having some struggling in terms of finance and what, this is a good venture for you. Another factor is egg production. As everyone know that we have a commercial or side or birds that are well known for egg production, and those are the commercial layers. And these ones, they give us eggs, but their productivity is not as much as the commercial layers. But still, if we come to the value and preferences, but those people who are picky in terms of the egg yolk, in terms of the coloring of the egg, in terms of the sweetness, many of them are looking at these birds. Why? Because their egg is quality compared to the other commercial layers. But still, if you have people who can buy them, then you can see that you're going to make a good money from them. As well as doing breeding, you can get fertilized eggs and you sell the fertilized eggs, or you take up to the hatchery and you sell off one-day chicks. So that one, it will help you to also see that you can cover those costs that are going to be coming on your way. Someone who is having his money and you're focusing on egg production, high egg production, then the commercial layers are better. But someone who does not have those finances to go for a big project of egg production, you can come to this. I'm very sure there are people there who can buy your eggs for feeding if you make sure that you're going to market yourself, because marketing is also a very important aspect that I always emphasize. That is why every day we get orders for goats, every day we get orders for cows, every day we get orders for our construction services, because we market ourselves and we get recommendations from various people that we have worked on. Another factor is meat quality. At least for that one, we can all come on one agreement that these birds are tastier than the commercial broilers and also layers. And people have perceived that the quality for these birds is higher than the quality of the commercial broilers. But still, as I have told you, the one who is going to eat this bird here is going to put in much more money than that person who's going to buy a broiler, because it is tastier, yes, but can everyone afford it? That is where now our question is. If everyone can afford this, that means that everywhere you're going to get market. But now, since it is not the case to these birds, that's why you may see that not so many people will go because of its price when it comes to meat. Actually, some people call it enkoke nganda, other people in West they call it enkoke nyankole, but these are our local chicken. So the meat is quality than the other one, but still as a business person you also look at, can everyone afford it? People who are looking at quality, they will come to this. People who are looking at the prices, then they will go to the broilers. And the broilers, they are good if you keep them in number and if you have market for them. The last, that is the community support. You will help on your community by bringing such birds that they would have gone in some far areas to look for. There is someone who can come and say that I need a bird like this. So instead of looking it to those various places and it is not there, then you have brought them nearer to them and they are going to benefit a lot. So you are going to help your community by giving them those products that they are going to be beneficial to them. At the end of it all, we show you this because we want you to also do something. This project here is being carried on a backyard, and it is lifted down there is another project that is going to be done, and up here we are keeping this. Meaning, when we sat down, we saw that which project can be done. There are various projects. We looked at rentals, we looked at various projects that you can do at your backyard, but we said no, here we can do 2 projects. And I'm going to make a video showing you how we really made a plan of making sure that we do 2 projects, and if you compare it with rentals, these ones are really highly yielding you a lot of money than the rentals. As I'm winding up, those are the factors that made me to make sure that we keep these birds, but we are in a transition to layers, because these ones will be sold off in Christmas and we bring in commercial layers. We have weighed the market, we have weighed the quality, but still the market will always beat. If you're feeding these birds on the same feed with the commercial layers, with the with commercial broilers, at some point or the other there is something that you're putting down your profit margin. But if you are in a place whereby you can let them to feed on other things and you make sure that you lower down the commercial feeds, then it would continue to give you those profits that are really high. Believe me or not, commercial layers are more productive than the locals. And when it comes to meat production, broilers grow faster than this. That is the truth. I would have come here in my video telling you that no, you keep locals are better than that, but we need to be genuine when it comes to this. And when even comes to scaling, there is high possibility of scaling in commercial layers, commercial broilers than this, because of high limitations that we usually get along the way. And I will keep on sensitizing you about this, but we shall continue keeping our local birds at a smaller scale because we have market for these birds. But still, we shall also come to commercial layers because of high demand of its produce on the local scale. So guys, thank you very much. If you've been watching till this late and you haven't subscribed, please tap that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're always notified on our videos. Guys, we are making sure that we give you the actual things that are in the industry so that if you're going to start to venture, when you know exactly what is going to be the outcome. We are preparing our webinar about goat farming. I keep goats, I keep cattle, I keep chicken, but I have a lot of passion when it comes to goat, and I have a lot of information when it comes to goat. So guys, be part of that webinar. It is on 8th. Our webinar, it is on 8th December. So guys, mark the date, and you can also book your slot such that you don't miss out. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.